It's 6 a.m. Your alarm is screaming. And last night, you were so motivated. You were going to crush that workout, start that project, finally learn that skill. But right now, your bed feels like a cloud made of marshmallows, and your goals feel like climbing Mount Everest in flip-flops. Yeah, I see you nodding. For years, I thought I was just lazy, or undisciplined, or maybe I just didn't want it bad enough. But then I discovered something that literally changed my entire life. Your brain is playing a game, and you don't even know the rules. But by the end of this video, you will. And trust me, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So grab your coffee, or your protein shake, I'm not judging, and let's figure out why your brain keeps sabotaging you. Okay, real talk. Your brain doesn't care about your dreams. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. Your brain has exactly one job: keep you alive until tomorrow. That's it. Not happy, not successful, not Instagram-worthy, just breathing. And for 99% of human history, that strategy was perfect. Imagine you're living 50,000 years ago. You found a cave. It's dry. No bears. Great. You found some berries. They didn't kill you. Awesome. You know where the lions hang out. You avoid them. Smart. Now, what would be the absolute dumbest thing you could do? Try a new cave. Experiment with new berries. Go exploring near the lions. Right? That's how you die. So your brain developed this genius survival algorithm. Repeat what worked yesterday. Conserve energy. Avoid anything new. And for thousands of years, this worked flawlessly. Fast forward to Tuesday, 2:37 p.m. I'm sitting at my laptop. I know I should be working on that presentation that could get me promoted, but instead, I've checked Instagram 14 times, reorganized my desk twice, and somehow I'm now reading about whether penguins have knees. And here's the thing. My brain thinks it's protecting me. Because to my brain, risky presentation and tiger in the bushes trigger the exact same alarm. Both scream, danger, stay safe, stick with what you know. It's like trying to run ChatGPT on a computer from 1995. The hardware just wasn't built for this life. And that's the game. Your ancient survival brain is trying to navigate a modern world, and it's losing. All right, let me show you what's actually happening inside your head when you try to do something hard. And this gets wild. So there's this part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of it as your personal bodyguard, paranoid, overprotective, zero chill. This bodyguard doesn't care about logic or reason. It just scans for threats. Public speaking? Threat alert. Starting a business? Threat alert. Texting your crush? Mega threat. To your amygdala, all of these feel identical to being chased by a bear. Last year, I had to give a presentation to about 200 people. I'd prepared for weeks. I knew the material. But 10 minutes before I went on stage, full panic attack. Sweating, heart racing, convinced I was dying. And in my head, I'm like, dude, you're not dying. You're just talking about quarterly sales numbers to people eating sandwiches. But my amygdala didn't get that memo. It thought I was literally about to be eaten by a predator in front of 200 witnesses. Which, to be fair, would have been memorable. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. You know that feeling when you're scrolling TikTok or Instagram and it's like you can't stop, even though you have stuff to do? That's not an accident. That's dopamine. Everybody thinks dopamine is the pleasure chemical. It's not. It's the I want this chemical. And here's the brutal part. Your brain releases way more dopamine for instant rewards than for delayed ones. Scroll social media, huge dopamine spike. Finish a TikTok, boom, another hit. Working on your novel that might get published in 2 years? Your brain's like, LOL, no thanks. Where's the instant gratification at? This is why I've joined the gym. Probably 17 times in my life. Because going once gives you nothing. You're sore, tired, you look exactly the same in the mirror. Your brain's like, well, that was terrible. Let's never speak of this again. Meanwhile, ordering pizza and watching Netflix, instant reward. Every single time. And here's the thing that nobody tells you. After you do something enough times, good or bad, it becomes automatic. Scientists call it the basal ganglia. I call it your brain's autopilot. When you've done something 100 times, your brain builds a highway for that behavior. Procrastinating, 6-lane highway. Doom scrolling, highway with a Starbucks. Working on hard things, you're cutting through jungle with a butter knife. No wonder change feels impossible. But wait, it gets worse. Because your brain isn't just making this hard, it's making comfort feel amazing. On purpose. And look, I'm not saying comfort is bad. After a genuinely exhausting day doing absolutely nothing, that's not weakness. That's being human. The problem is when comfort becomes your entire operating system. You know that Sunday evening feeling? Where you've binged an entire season, scrolled for hours, eaten directly from various containers, and there's this weird mix of relaxation and guilt? Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's because while you're being comfortable, your brain is literally running a pharmacy. Serotonin makes you feel content. Endorphins make you feel good. And when you're in familiar places, you get oxytocin, the bonding chemical. Your bed at 6 a.m.? That's not just a bed. That's a chemical paradise. But when you try something new, your brain releases cortisol, the stress hormone, and your brain can't tell the difference between good stress and bad stress. I tried learning guitar last year, been wanting to for like 10 years. Day 1, I'm excited. I pick it up. After 20 minutes, I'm exhausted. Not physically tired, like my brain is melting. And I couldn't figure out why until I learned about cognitive load. See, when you do familiar stuff, your brain barely uses any power. It's on autopilot. But new stuff? Your brain is working overtime. Building new pathways, processing new information, creating new connections. It's like the difference between walking to your bathroom in the dark, you've done it 1,000 times, you don't even think about it, versus navigating a completely new city at night with no GPS. One takes 0 mental effort. One is exhausting. And your brain will always choose the easy path. Always. Not because you're lazy, but because it's trying to keep you alive. But here's where everything changes. And honestly, when I learned this, my entire perspective shifted. But here's the beautiful part. You don't have to be a slave to your biology. You can work with your brain instead of against it. Those small, uncomfortable actions you take every day, They're literally rewiring your brain. Every single one matters. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one thing, just one, something you've been avoiding because it's uncomfortable. Tomorrow, do 5 minutes of it. Not an hour, not a perfect version, just 5 minutes. Because the brain that loves comfort, it can learn to love growth. You just have to teach it. One uncomfortable 5-minute session at a time. If this video helped you see things differently, if you're actually going to try that 5-minute thing tomorrow, hit that like button. And if you want more real talk about psychology, neuroscience, and actually getting your life together without the BS, subscribe. Drop a comment and tell me, what's your 5-minute thing going to be tomorrow? I'm genuinely curious. I'll see you in the next one. Now go teach your brain something new.